Hi everyone. So, what does it mean to live a life without judgment? So, the reason why we pass judgment on everything and anything around us is because of our egos. So, our ego is a culmination of all of our life experiences and all of the things that have been recorded into our conscious and subconscious minds. A lot of this recording is in our subconscious because our subconscious is basically recording everything that happens in our lives. Consciously, we have accepted certain things into our lives, and that comes from parents and society, from our families, from our educational systems, from our religions, from everything around us, from the media. So, our ego is a very complex construct, but its function is actually very simple. The function of the ego is to protect you physically in this life. So, the ego is there to tell you that you need to eat because you're hungry, you need to drink water because you're thirsty, you need to breathe if you're drowning or if you're suffocating. And that's basically its function. But then, because we've been living unconsciously, we've allowed the ego to control almost every aspect of our lives. And we tend to look at things or see things based on our own experiences. So we've experienced certain things, we believe certain things, and then when we look at another person and we see that that person is different from us, we believe that what a person is doing is either not right, or not good, or bad. So the idea of, or the ascension, is basically a shedding of this ego. The ascension is basically raising of the awareness and raising of our consciousness to know that we are in a state of judgment. We are in a constant state of judgment, constantly judging everything that's happening around us. For example, you go to Starbucks and you order a coffee and you don't like this coffee. You think that it's disgusting. That's because, based on your ego or your ego's experience of coffee, this is disgusting. But other people find it amazing. You look at a painting and you can say that this painting is amazing, it's beautiful. Another person will come and see the same painting and say that it's absolutely ugly. As a fifth dimensional being, we don't make this sort of judgment. We just see coffee, or we just taste the coffee and no, this is coffee. And if we have coffee from, let's say, Nescafe or Lavazza, it's just different coffee. If we go to another place and have the coffee barista make a coffee his way, we accept that as his way of making coffee. If we look at a painting, we see it as a painting. We don't judge it as a beautiful painting, or we don't judge it as an ugly painting. We see it as a painting. We see it as an expression of someone's feelings. Someone felt something inside him and he made this painting. So that is life as a fifth dimensional being, or a life without judgment. Now, there are many people who say that, but the religions teach us that, we have to love everyone and not judge anyone and blah, blah, blah. Well, you see, a lot of the religions are steeped, or a lot of the religions have lost their identity. And I'm saying this because, and I'm strictly saying this because what the founders of the religions envisioned is not being followed. For example, when Jesus said to Mary Magdalene, or when he said to the people who were judging Mary Magdalene as being the adulteress, he who has not sinned, cast the first stone. They were in judgment of her being a sinner. And when he said that, he was making them be self-aware of their own sinful lives or of their own lives. Now, he was a multidimensional being, and he was able to see Mary Magdalene for who she really is. There is no such thing as sin. That's what he meant. Sin is a human construct. We have created this identity or idea that there are these certain things which are sinful. But there's no such thing as sin. It's a human construct. We've created it. And we've created it because the people who actually followed Jesus didn't really understand what he was talking about. He was talking about fifth dimensional reality at the time, or he was talking about a life as a yogi. Because yoga and 5D is the same thing. So a lot of the people at that time didn't understand what he meant. In that sense, as Christianity grew, because of forces outside of it, it became political. And it has always been political ever since. So it couldn't stick to its true identity. And therefore, they started to deviate. They started to deviate from the truth. And I know because I come from a Christian background. And it's happened to all religions, sadly. It's happened to all religions, and the aim of ascension is to bring back this idea into all religions so that they can unite. They can come into oneness again. So all religions have become political. If you talk about Hinduism, it was never meant to be a religion. It was a way of life. It was a way of living. So there were practices that they performed, and slowly over time, people became greedy, and people became greedy in certain positions. So the people in certain positions became greedy, and then they created this whole caste system, and offerings to the gods and the goddesses and everything came about. When you look at it in its details, it's very, very third dimensional. When you think about Buddhism, so Buddha was a multidimensional being, and he envisioned fifth dimensional reality for the masses. But at that time, people weren't ready. They couldn't understand. And even today, a lot of people cannot understand fifth dimensional living. How we can exist or live in a fifth dimensional lifestyle, or with this mindset of oneness. It's possible, but it's going to take time for everyone to wake up to this reality. So, Buddha envisioned that, and then Buddhism's also changed. Yeah, it's not like what it used to be or what he had envisioned. And it goes for every other religion on this planet. So this idea of sin and being and judging things as either good or bad is a very third dimensional concept, and we have to ascend from this concept and come into oneness and experience everything or accept everything for what it really is. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments, and be safe, be a light, be your ocean. Have a great day. Bye-bye.